The courtroom was silent. All eyes were fixed on the witness stand. And then, boom! Diddy's own son took the stand and dropped a truth bomb that made the entire room gasp. No one could believe it. Not the media, not the fans, and especially not Diddy. What followed next? An emotional eruption from the music mogul that had even the judge slamming the gavel. This isn't just another celebrity trial. This is a legacy on the line, a father and son at odds, and a story unraveling faster than Diddy's team can contain it. So what exactly did his son say? Why did it leave Diddy in a full-blown meltdown? And is this the moment everything truly falls apart? Strap in, because the truth just got personal. Diddy's courtroom facade finally cracks. For weeks, Diddy's courtroom appearances had been calculated, suited up, calm, stoic. The media was watching every move, and he played the part of the misunderstood icon perfectly. But that all changed the moment his own flesh and blood walked in. Sources inside the courtroom say Diddy's demeanor immediately shifted. He looked uneasy, fidgety, and as the questioning began, his calm facade shattered piece by piece. Because this wasn't a journalist. This wasn't a former employee. This was his son, and he wasn't holding back. Justin Combs' shocking decision to testify. No one expected it. For months, Diddy's inner circle remained loyal. But then came Justin Combs, his eldest son, taking the stand in a twist no one saw coming. Why did he do it? According to insiders, Justin had been battling with guilt and emotional pressure for years. He'd seen too much, heard too much. And when investigators approached him with evidence, he couldn't lie anymore. And once he was sworn in, Justin didn't flinch. He looked directly at the prosecution and began telling a story the world wasn't ready to hear. I saw things I wish I hadn't. Justin gets emotional. With the courtroom hanging on his every word, Justin began painting a picture of what life was like behind the velvet rope. The glamorous parties, the powerful guests, the private jets, and exclusive mansions. But then, the tone changed. I saw things I wish I hadn't, he said, voice shaking. He described nights when people would arrive one way and leave another, guests being coerced, events turning dark, rooms being locked from the outside. And worst of all, he said it was all treated as normal. Diddy's explosive reaction, rage in real time. The moment Justin mentioned a private room at a Los Angeles estate, Diddy lost it. He stood up, shouted something at the judge, slammed his hand on the table. The courtroom went into chaos as security rushed to calm him down. Witnesses say the judge had to warn Diddy twice to control himself or risk being removed entirely. His team begged him to sit down, but it was clear he was rattled, furious, and feeling betrayed. His carefully maintained mask was gone. The real Diddy had arrived, and it was ugly. The courtroom shifts, sympathy turns to suspicion. Up until this moment, some jurors and spectators still gave Diddy the benefit of the doubt. He was a father, a pioneer, a man with a legacy. But after Justin's testimony, everything changed. People began whispering in the gallery. Jurors leaned in closer. You could feel it. The mood shifted. This wasn't just a celebrity being accused. This was a man whose own son was now confirming that the rumors were real. A legacy under fire. How much did Diddy's kids know? Justin's testimony raised a deeper question. What do Diddy's other kids know? He has multiple children, some younger, some adults. Were they shielded from the truth? Or were they unwilling participants in a world they didn't choose? Rumors are now swirling that at least one other child might be subpoenaed. And if that happens, Diddy's entire family life could be laid bare in court. This trial is no longer just about legal guilt. It's about moral destruction. Behind the scenes, Diddy's team in total crisis. As Justin left the stand, Diddy's legal team went into full panic mode. Emergency meetings were called. defense strategies were rewritten overnight. They knew that once bloodline testimony hit public ears, the narrative was no longer in their hands. Insiders say Diddy screamed at his lawyers behind closed doors. He blamed them for letting Justin testify. He accused them of betrayal. But in truth, no one saw this coming. And now, damage control is virtually impossible. The music industry begins to distance itself. In the hours after Justin's testimony went public, the music industry responded with silence and distance. Labels are pulling back. Collaborations are being frozen. Streaming platforms are reconsidering partnerships. Executives are scrubbing Diddy's name from upcoming events, and longtime associates are going eerily quiet online. He built an empire. But now, that empire is collapsing in real time. Other celebrities quietly taking notes. Make no mistake, Hollywood is watching. Other A-listers who partied with Diddy, collaborated with him, or appeared at those infamous parties are now watching the trial like a thriller they might be cast in next. Justin's testimony has thrown open the gates. And behind those gates, fear. Fear of being named, fear of being implicated, fear of being the next domino to fall. The Diddy trial is no longer about just Diddy. It's a warning shot to the entire celebrity elite. Justin Combs, villain or whistleblower? Some are calling Justin brave, others are calling him a traitor. But one thing's for sure, his testimony has changed the trajectory of this trial forever. Was he protecting himself? Maybe. Was he doing it out of guilt? Possibly. But what we do know is that he cracked open a narrative that had been sealed in whispers and NDAs for decades. He may have just become the most important witness of the entire case. Public opinion crashes down on Diddy. Fans are reacting across the internet, and the response? Brutal. Comments like, "You know it's bad when your own son exposes you," and "the mask is finally off," are flooding social media. Memes are going viral. Hashtags like #DiddyExposed and #JustinSpokeTruth are trending. And even former fans are now openly questioning if they ever truly knew the man behind the music. Diddy's reputation is in free fall. 3 more children may be dragged into the case. As the court weighs Justin's words, prosecutors are reportedly looking into 3 more family members who may have key information. This includes one of Diddy's daughters, who was present during several high-profile events now under investigation. If they are called to the stand, the trial will reach a whole new level of intensity. Because then, we're no longer talking about fame. We're talking about family entrapment, and the public will see just how deep this scandal truly goes. A man unraveling, what Diddy did next stunned the court. After the courtroom cleared for recess, Diddy reportedly made one final outburst. He turned to a court officer and said, "He was my blood. He wasn't supposed to do this." It was raw. It was revealing. And it confirmed what we've suspected all along. This trial isn't just about crimes. It's about betrayal. It's about ego. And it's about a man realizing his world is falling apart. Security teams on high alert as courtroom tension rises. After Diddy's public outburst during Justin's testimony, the courtroom atmosphere has become visibly tense. The judge has reportedly increased security inside the courtroom, with more officers stationed near Diddy's seating area. Bailiffs have been instructed to watch for sudden movements, and a separate holding room has been prepared in case Diddy needs to be temporarily removed. Everyone, from attorneys to media personnel, can feel the tension in the air as the once powerful mogul grows more unstable with each passing day. This is no longer just a legal battle. It's a controlled powder keg waiting to explode. The silence from Cassie and Kim Porter's family grows louder. While the world watches the trial unfold, many are beginning to notice the deafening silence from those closest to Diddy's past scandals, namely Cassie and the family of the late Kim Porter. Cassie's past allegations against Diddy have resurfaced, adding even more weight to Justin's claims. Meanwhile, Kim Porter's mysterious death continues to spark questions. especially with rumors suggesting that she knew too much. Their silence, whether strategic or protective, is now adding a new layer of unease to the trial narrative. Because in this case, what isn't said might be just as powerful as what is. So here we are. Diddy, the untouchable mogul, now completely exposed. Not by tabloids, not by rivals, but by his own son. The courtroom has become a stage. The players? Family. The audience? The entire world. And with every testimony, every meltdown, and every headline, one thing becomes clear. The truth has no loyalty to fame. Diddy's time in the spotlight may be coming to an end, and the people who once protected him? They're now the ones turning on the lights. If this story had you on edge, just wait. There's more coming, more drama, more secrets, and more people speaking out. Make sure to like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping update in this wild saga. Because the Diddy trial, it's only just getting started.